Hey there, fight fans! Welcome back to our channel for another exciting episode of What If. Today, we're diving into an intriguing scenario. What if Georges St-Pierre continued his middleweight title reign? We'll be exploring the potential opponents he would have faced during that time and giving my opinion on whether he could have been just as successful in the middleweight division as he was at welterweight. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it and see how GSP's hypothetical middleweight journey unfolds. Get ready for an in-depth analysis and some thought-provoking discussions. Let's dive in. In GSP's first title defense against the interim middleweight champion at the time, Robert Whittaker, there would have been an intriguing clash between two skilled fighters. Despite Whittaker's recent finish by Dricus du Plessis, it is unlikely that GSP at the time or Whittaker would have been able to finish each other. GSP's strengths, such as his precise jab, well-timed takedowns, and exceptional fight IQ, would likely lead to a tactical battle with a few noteworthy moments on the feet. In this hypothetical matchup, there could be instances where Whittaker, anticipating a takedown, gets caught off guard and dropped by GSP's strikes. Conversely, GSP may find himself getting pieced up by Whittaker's striking prowess, causing him to become more desperate for a takedown. However, GSP's experience and wrestling acumen would ultimately prevail, leading him to a somewhat boring decision victory. It is important to note that in a competitive fight like this, where both fighters possess high-level skills, a decision outcome would not necessarily detract from the excitement of the matchup. Rather, it would showcase the strategic game plan and the ability of GSP to control the fight through his jab, takedown timing, and fight IQ, securing a hard-earned decision win. Moving on to the next potential contender in Georges St-Pierre's middleweight title reign, we encounter the formidable Yoel Soldier of Steroids Romero. I must admit, this fight is a tough one to predict. Considering what we saw from Johnny Hendricks, with his wrestling background and PED-enhanced power, it's hard to ignore the potential outcome. Now, picture Yoel Romero in his legendary third-round phase, digivolving into his final and most devastating form. One can only imagine the outcome as Romero repeatedly hurts GSP throughout the first two rounds, stuffs most of GSP's takedown attempts, and showcases his incredible strength, making it nearly impossible for GSP to hold him down. And in a moment that would leave GSP thinking he's been abducted by aliens again, Romero unleashes a thunderous flying knee that hits him so hard he'll question his very existence. In the hypothetical scenario where Georges St-Pierre decides not to retire and aims to earn another shot at the middleweight title after losing in his second title defense, the next contender for him would have been an intriguing choice. Considering the rankings in December 2018, Luke Rockhold was ranked second, Ronaldo Souza third, and Kelvin Gastelum fourth. Given GSP's competitive nature and his desire to test himself against the best, it is likely that he would have targeted Luke Rockhold as the next opponent. In this alternate timeline, both Georges St-Pierre and Luke Rockhold suffered knockout losses at the hands of Yoel Romero. This sets the stage for an intense battle between two warriors who are striving to rise from the depths of defeat. GSP and Rockhold, both having experienced the devastating power of Romero, now seek redemption and a chance to prove their resilience. This matchup would be a true clash of fighters determined to reclaim their former glory. GSP, known for his technical prowess and strategic approach, would have to overcome the lingering effects of his knockout loss and adjust his game plan accordingly. Rockhold, too, would need to bounce back from his defeat and showcase his skills as a former champion. With his exceptional jab and ability to neutralize opponents, GSP would employ his striking and grappling skills to outwork Rockhold. GSP's precise striking would likely find a home on Rockhold's chin, while his top game would neutralize Rockhold's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills. This dominant performance could lead to GSP knocking Rockhold down and either submitting him or securing a clear unanimous decision victory. In this alternate timeline, where Robert Whittaker lost to GSP and GSP, in turn, lost to Yoel Romero, it sets up an intriguing matchup between Yoel Romero and the eventual champion Israel Adesanya. However, for the purpose of this discussion, let's assume that Adesanya successfully defeated Romero in a similar boring fashion to solidify the start of his championship reign. Now, we have a dream fight scenario with the champion, Israel Adesanya, defending his title against the legendary Georges St-Pierre. At the age of 40, by this point, it would be a monumental challenge for GSP to overcome the younger and dynamic striking prowess of Adesanya. To neutralize the significant reach and striking advantage of Adesanya, GSP would likely rely on his well-honed ground game. Utilizing his wrestling expertise and grappling skills, GSP would aim to take the fight to the mat and impose his control from top position. This strategy would not only limit Adesanya's striking opportunities, but also exploit GSP's own shorter stature on the feet. While it's difficult to predict whether GSP would be able to finish Adesanya on the ground, a scenario where he secures a split or unanimous decision victory seems plausible. GSP's ability to control the fight and nullify Adesanya's striking game with his ground control and grappling prowess could earn him the judges' favor. As we conclude this video, let's delve into the exciting possibilities that could unfold after Georges St-Pierre's super fight with Israel Adesanya. Continuing from the Adesanya super fight, whether Georges St-Pierre emerges as the victor or not, it is my belief that he would have retired from the sport. However, fate took an unexpected turn when GSP received a call from Dana White, offering him the opportunity to compete in what could be the greatest super fight in UFC history, GSP vs. Khabib Nurmagomedov. The official UFC YouTube channel, along with GSP himself, has announced his return to the grappling realm, specifically on UFC Fight Pass. What makes it even more intriguing is that his potential opponent is none other than Khabib Nurmagomedov. This means we may finally get to witness some form of their matchup after all. In a previous video, I explored the hypothetical matchup between GSP and Khabib, discussing how I believe GSP would have the upper hand on the feet, stopping many of Khabib's takedowns and securing a split decision victory. I understand that this is merely my personal opinion, and I welcome you to share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section below. It's always fascinating to engage in discussions and hear different viewpoints from fellow MMA enthusiasts. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and if you haven't already, be sure to check out the previous video on what if Georges St-Pierre fought Khabib. Stay tuned for more updates on GSP's potential grappling matchup with Khabib. I appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting content in the future. Until next time, I am the MMA spokesman, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.